It's been a complete 360 in our life. You never think a disease is going to affect you. You know, I've been healthy my whole life. I exercised, we had 3 normal children, I had great pregnancies, nothing that would give us red flags, and then all of a sudden you're kind of hit by something.
And that's the problem. Nobody knows what that something is.
Our doctors have been very supportive. We're very, happy with our family doctor and with our neurologist. But again, we're grappling for an answer and not really getting anything.
Tammy Sterling and her family are coping until doctors find out exactly what that something is.
I feel like I'm fighting a war that there's nothing for me to fight. Like I just go day by day.
It's such a cliche, but you don't expect it to happen to you, and then when it does, you expect answers, fairly quickly, fairly in a timely manner, and that really hasn't happened. We're just on a journey.
This journey began in June of 2014, when Tammy was on a road trip for work. One day, suddenly, she lost full use of her arm.
Finally, when we got home after my business road trip, I went to the doctor, and that's when they started feeling like we better investigate MS.
Tammy does have most of the symptoms that would point to MS, except for one.
We've done all the tests, so we've done MRIs, we've done blood work. Everything is leaning towards that way. I have all the symptoms of it, except for not enough brain lesions to be diagnosed with it within Canada.
You've got all the boxes checked except for brain lesions, so you find yourself in this bizarre situation of wanting brain lesions to get a diagnosis. Something you would never think of in a million years. It's just, please give us some sort of diagnosis so we can have the medicine and the treatment that she needs.
Until then, the Sterling family watch and cope with the symptoms that are aggressively attacking her body and nervous system.
The symptoms were, frightening. When it started with the walk, with the dragged foot, the vertigo, the fatigue, the pain, right? There's nerve pain involved in it.
On Monday morning, I woke up and I was basically paralyzed from the waist down. I couldn't walk at all. My husband Colin had to not quite carry me, but basically get me to the washroom because I wasn't able to do it on my own.
You just slowly start to watch this decline, and you don't get the answers that you need to get. Since
January, for sure, I've been going downhill further and further. The fatigue, the vertigo, there's embarrassing situations that happen all the time, and you have no control over it.
But what Tammy does have is a great support system. Her family has been strong.
Luckily, we have great family support. My mom and dad have moved in with us so that I have care and help during the day because I do fall.
For most people, the thought of their in-laws moving in, they probably go, no thank you. But for us, it's been great. They've been super supportive, very helpful. I don't know, we'd be lost without them, because when I leave for work every morning, Tammy's got them there to help out and to help her through her day and with her daily tasks. They've been fantastic.
My daughter comes home every day for lunch. She's 21, comes home every day for lunch to check on me, and same with our 17-year-old son.
As of late, there's been some good news. The Sterlings will now be going to the Mayo Clinic in Arizona to investigate this further.
So both of them now have referred me to the Mayo Clinic in Phoenix, where I'm going to see a Dr. Wingerchuk.
We've gone from our family doctor to a neurologist. Now we're going to the Mayo Clinic next month, and hopefully that's the end of the journey, but we don't know. We don't know where it's going to go from there.
But what they do know is going to the Mayo Clinic is pretty expensive.
So the first MRI they know is the brain MRI, so they'll just do a scan of your brain, and that is $5,000. Then the cervical area is another $5,000. So every area, lumbar to, or thoracic to your lumbar, is $5,000 each. Your initial visit just to meet with the physicians is $650, and it's all American. And right now, with the Canadian dollar in the hole, it's a struggle. You know, we are kind of stuck, and you never think that you're going to be that person that needs that help.
In fact, their daughter started up a GoFundMe account to help ease the cost.
You know, we started talking about the idea, and we're really hemmed and hawed at the idea of going public with this. We're not public people. And the whole time we've been going through this, it's felt very private, very insular. It's just us going through this. And so we really thought, do we want to put this out there? Do we want to put this out to everybody? It's online. But when Kristen finally posted it and people started responding, it's been you know, humbling and touching, and it's just been, we've heard from friends we haven't heard from in 15 years, 20 years.
The GoFundMe is to definitely help ease some of the cost for me to get the help that I need to. And we've had outpouring support through friends, my Finning family, which I call.
At the end of the day, we want an answer, and we want Tammy to get better. That's what it's all about.
I need to know what I'm fighting.
The sooner we can find a diagnosis and medical treatment, that's what we want, is to get back to normal.
If you have something that you can change, then you're willing to do that. But if you don't know what you're fighting, it's just that much harder.